The way that we ended up in North Carolina was back in early 80s when I was a young man. I always had a dream of going on a cruise. We were able to get a really nice sailboat and fix it up, and we left Milwaukee, Wisconsin in 1985. So we had a journey as young people for a year and a half or so.
He had a friend that he worked with talking up North Carolina and just saying it's awesome because the climate is great and we've got the beach and we've got the mountains. When the kids were little, we had already decided that before they got to a certain age in school, we wanted to move south. School-wise, for colleges and things like that, for the kids, it was great. Once he saw Lake Norman, that was it.
We fell in love with Lake Norman, and I guess the rest is history. One thing that we're really trying to do here with our business is really get more entrenched in my community.
My dad and I both feel like it's important to be involved in your community, whether it's, car shows or community events where we're giving back to charities through client involvement and matching donations, or some of these expos that we've sponsored. It's really important to be involved in your community so that people know that you care, because that helps build trust and that helps, make people feel like they're part of the family. And at JDS Wealth, it's really important for us to feel like our clients and, any of the people that we're meeting with, they feel like they're part of our family.
We just try to keep it very focused again on a family business. I've worked very hard to find teams of professionals that support me.
Kelly and I take tremendous pride in being a resource center for people. We are very fortunate to be members of organizations and be associated with groups and teams of people across this country that we think are the best of the best in our business. We just feel very strongly that the more informed that you are and the more that we know and can pass on to you, the better decisions that you can make in your retirement. I guess it's every father's dream to have a family business that you can pass on to your kids, or that you can work with your family and give them an opportunity.
In the years that I've been working with him, I've really seen the passion that he puts into it, and it's encouraged me to go out there and make this a career.
Now, JDS Wealth Management is a North Carolina registered investment advisory firm. What that means is that we have a fiduciary responsibility to you as a consumer. As a fiduciary, I have a legal obligation to you as a client to give you the best advice possible.
We are retirement planners here. A lot of agents focus on accumulation strategies, which means you have to take more risk in order to grow a portfolio. Once you get to the point where you're looking at retirement, though, preservation, distribution, and income planning is what you should be focused on. That you're going to get the best advice from an independent, registered investment advisory firm that works for you and you only. We don't work for any one company. We work for our clients.
I think people will realize that we're different than most financial planning firms just walking through the door. We just recently expanded the office and added my office here and another conference room. It's not decorated so fancy and just to impress everybody. It's really we're trying to make you comfortable.
That gives people a very personal level of attention, and that's the biggest thing about my dad, and that's his biggest strength as an advisor, is just the care he puts in every case individually and the personal attention he gives.
I write an article in Lake Norman magazine every month, and what I try to do is just touch on things that are basic and that try to educate the public on everything that's going on.
You're focused on helping people for retirement, yes?
That's exactly right. And people always hear about the retirement red zone. If you're within 5 to 10 years of retirement or 5 to 10 years after retirement, that's what's kind of known in our business as retirement red zone. And that's what we focus on.
James knows what he's talking about.
I think he speaks more like the common man, where his ideas are more like a lot of people relate to him. We've had people that will come to the seminar, or they'll see his articles in the Lake Norman magazine or some of the other things that he does, and they'll be like, you know what, this guy, he sounds like me. He has the same thinking that I have, and I want to meet him, or I want to do business with him, and a lot of people do that.
Can I ask you all a favor? Is that a yes or a no? Can I take this off? Can I get comfortable? If you ever come to one of our workshops or come to my office, you'll see that I'm going to be pretty casual, and I want you to be casual.
And we want people to feel comfortable to ask us any question they want to ask us. We want them to feel like part of the family.
All I'm going to have is a pad of paper, and we're just going to talk. We're just going to have a friendly chat over a cup of coffee and just let you ask questions of me and decide if we're right for each other. At some point, it's not about growth. It's not about taking all this risk to grow a portfolio when you retire. Do you have a systematic plan to withdraw assets in a tax-efficient way that will last you for the rest of your lifetime?
Our pleasure.
Thanks, dear.
I think we're in a position in America today where people are responsible for their own pension planning. More and more people have come to the realization that they're not in a position to handle it by themselves. They need financial professionals to help them do that. I'm very passionate about helping them. People always ask me when I'm going to retire, and I tell them, you know, this has just gotten to the point now where it's actually a lot of fun. I don't know that I ever will retire. It's so rewarding to help the people we meet, and we're having fun, so I don't plan on going anywhere for a long time. It's very humbling. It's a big responsibility, but I embrace it. It's just a matter of meeting the right people.